G'day folks, Damon from Nomad. Very excited to show you 3 big new sizes in the Squidtrex. We've got a 220 that weighs 600 grams, we've got a 190 that weighs 400 grams, and we've got the 170 at 250 grams. Now, these can be rigged for either deep dropping or trolling. There's 2 tow points on the top here, and I'm going to show you the rigging options in just a minute. But first of all, I want to talk about deep dropping with these. So they come rigged out of the box with a large single assist on the tail. So this is the perfect scenario for deep dropping. There's an extra eyelet on the belly. Now, if you want to add additional hooks on there, you can, but typically fish are, eating the sort of back part of the squid. The assist hook works really well. So the idea with these is, a deep dropping scenario, in up to, well, for the 600 gram size here, really you can be fishing this in anywhere up to probably 900 feet of water. With the weight that's built into this, it's designed for really, really deep water. We've even fished it in over 1,000 feet and successfully caught fish. So the idea is drop it down. It's got the same vibration built into it as all the other Squidtrex. So drop it down, lift it, and you'll get that vibration. Now you might be thinking, okay, if you're down 1,000 feet, how are we going to get the vibration happening? It will vibrate when it moves up through the water. Even if you don't feel it on the rod tip, it's still shimmying down there. And it's actually quite amazing when we've videoed these underwater, how much movement it gets when you don't even feel it on the rod tip. You'll get this sort of vibrating shimmy happening. So it's going to vibrate. Obviously it's got glow and UV built into it. So you can imagine this thing down there in the depths, in the dark. You've got glow, you've got UV. It's going to stand out. It's going to vibrate, and it's also got squid scent built into it. So any of that sort of deep dropping application, deep water, groupers, snappers, tilefish, whatever it is that you're targeting in deep water, the big Squidtrex are absolutely fantastic for that. So like I say, if you're doing that sort of deep dropping, you want to be using this back tow point. Don't make the mistake of rigging it upside down. We've seen a few of those happening on social media. Don't make that mistake. They obviously still still have the scent, still catch fish, but you want to be putting it on this top tow point, which is behind your front tow point. For any sort of deep dropping, that tow point will get the most vibration. So that applies also when you're trolling. Now, the cool thing about this is if you're out there deep dropping, you can have a lure that you can be trolling around at really anywhere up to 10 knots and trolling around, looking for your marks. You can just leave this out the back and you're every chance of catching a fish trolling, and then you've got something you can also deep drop. So let's talk about trolling. These are absolutely deadly for trolling. We, I guess, kind of found out by accident. We originally made these for deep dropping and then discovered that they're absolutely incredible for trolling. The vibration you get off this top tow point is massive, but you'll only get, depending on the size, you'll probably only get a sort of a troll speed of maybe 6-7 knots. You might get 8 knots out of it depending on the size, but and they will swim quite a bit deeper on this tow point that you would normally use for your deep dropping. But we put the extra tow point on the front specifically for trolling. Now, the idea with that is that it will troll at a higher speed. So if you want to set this up to troll at 8 to 10 knots, we've trolled them at over 10 knots. We're rating it at 10 knots because it works really well in pretty much any condition, any rigging method at that speed. But that front tow point is the one to use if you want to be trolling it at a slightly higher speed. It will run a little bit shallower and it will just have slightly less vibration, but it allows it to troll at a higher speed. Now, if you're trolling, we do recommend changing the rigging. Now, you don't have to. You can troll it with the assist hook that comes out of the box, but we have found that it's more effective when you're trolling. I've got a 190 size rigged up here. the way I've been rigging them is with a split ring, a swivel, another split ring, and then your hook. Now you can use whatever hook you want. It really doesn't matter, just choose your favorite trolling hook and put it on the back. So this is a BKK inline that we've got on all the DTX minnows and a lot of our other trolling lures. Now, I've been running a treble on the belly, and it depends what species you're targeting. I mean, typically it's going to be tuna. You know, we've caught wahoo trolling, and I've got one here to show you in a second that got bit from a wahoo, just to show how well they stand up. But typically you're going to be trolling these, targeting yellowfin tuna, bluefin tuna, a variety of tuna species. So I'm sure big eye would be absolutely amazing, but the treble on the belly gives you a really good action, and it's a great way to stay connected to the fish. Speaking of trolling and durability, this is one that we were trolling around out in the Coral Sea testing. This one actually this very lure got hit by a wahoo. I think we landed a couple of wahoo on this. We were trolling around for tuna, and great problem to have. The wahoo kept getting in the way. You can actually see here. So this is TPE material. Probably should have mentioned that at the start, but the TPE material is super durable. It's really stretchy, and it's really strong, really durable. So this one's already been attacked by a wahoo. Now you can see down the side here the marks from where this wahoo has attacked it. It's quite savage. The internal lead that you can see, and as you can see, the internal lead here, we cover these in foil and paint them for a really cool finish. That wahoo has absolutely savaged that. Now this lure still trolls, no problem. This particular one, we had 2 split rings on, and a big single hook on the back. That worked fine. We got a couple of fish on this, but it stands up really well to attacks from big fish, even toothy fish like wahoo. Not going to be my first choice for wahoo, because obviously they will destroy them over time, but for tuna fishing, absolutely unbelievable trolling. Every tuna in the ocean loves eating squid. So look, the wrap up with these is they're great for deep dropping. Remember the rigging options. Remember the top toe point for deep dropping. Remember the front toe point for trolling. Remember to play around with the rigging options when you are trolling them, and basically go and check out the range of colors on the website, nomadtackle.com. There's some awesome colors on there. They come rigged and ready to go out of the box. So go check them out, and they're going to be a ton of fun to use.